I'm Michelle Leonard, and I'm here at the Riverside Elementary School in Newport News, Virginia, with Language Arts Specialist, Mrs. Lisa Dearbaum. Mrs. Dearbaum, can you give some advice to future students on how to set up a print-rich classroom and why that's so important?
Sure, Michelle. One of the reasons why it's so important to have a print-rich environment is because, especially in the primary years, being surrounded by print is a child's first experience with words, and an environment that looks like the one I'm about to show you is a tool. It's another tool for a child because they are surrounded by the words that they need to function in the classroom every day. So this is the second grade classroom. The teacher's name is Miss Green. She's one of my best teachers, and she really makes a strong effort to surround her children with the print that they need every day. So let's go for a little walk and I'll show you how Miss Green sets up her classroom. As we scan back and we look over here, the first thing that you'll notice in the front of the room is that Miss Green just has books and literature everywhere. Big books in her classroom library, small books in her classroom library. You'll notice over here that her children have a center set up where, again, they have books on tape, on iPods, constantly being surrounded by print. Over here you'll see how she operates her centers. Her children know, I can look up here and find what I need. Everything's printed. You'll see here her daily schedule. She prints posts for them. Even around her clock, she makes sure that the print that they need in their math, in their content area, is there for them. Now, as you scan this area here, and I'm going to step back for a minute so you can get a good look at this. All along this wall, you'll see a section that she has called literacy centers. These are word work, building word study, spelling centers, ways for children to interact with print constantly. And you'll notice that they're not in a workbook format. They're not placed away in a container somewhere. They are posted and they are interactive in that they are on the wall and the children can use them both directly by going to them and manipulating them, which they do during center time, and then by also using them as a resource whenever they're doing whole group or independent work at their seats. Now, if you slide down a little bit along this wall, you'll notice something that every primary classroom needs to have, and that is the word wall. Word walls can be used a lot of different ways. What I try to get my teachers to do mostly is to make sure that they use their high-frequency words, those words that children are going to use every day in their reading and in their writing. During Writer's Workshop, a child does not have to come to me 15 times and ask me how to spell the word because I say, that's a word wall word. Look for it there. And what's really funny is, as the year goes on, as you can imagine, this word wall gets quite crowded, and so we retire certain words that the children know. When you retire a word, let's suppose we took the word friends off the board, it's very funny because the children will be writing and they'll look up to that spot and they'll say, hey, where's that word? So they really do start to depend on it. Scanning across the room again, you'll notice Miss Green has books available everywhere, on every shelf in every corner of her room, and her walls are just covered with print. Environmental print like times, if you notice her class schedule that's posted here on the wall, so that the children can use that also as a reference as they're learning how to tell time to the hour and the quarter hour and half hour. Back here in the back of her room is a special area that I really, really enjoy. She's one of the few teachers that does this, but she even sets up corners in her room that are content area specific. And you'll notice if you look over there in her social studies center, the books that are available, the maps that are on the wall, the posters that she displays, the globes, everything is surrounding them with the social studies print that they need and the reference material that they need as they're working independently. Also, you'll notice if you look around the room, everywhere Miss Green has hanging charts that she uses, such as this one, so that as the children are writing or doing other activities, they have the available resources. So when she teaches a whole group, she doesn't just put it away. She brings it out, hangs it up, and it's an available resource to the children. Even if you go over here, this woman is so good. Look at her window shades. Children's work is displayed. All of the different content area posters and resources for them. Everything about this room says to a child, words are important.
Mrs. Dearbaum, that was awesome advice. Thank you.